So do you like someone who can give banter as much as they can take it?
Listen, I'm like king of banter.
Bold statement.
What?
I'll tell you if
Do
you
you
king
like
of
banter?
Yeah, I love banter.
Sick, innit?
Hey, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day!
No, it is not Hump Day. Most people will be listening to this on Hump Day, but it is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Oh, Bobby B's.
Yeah, Bobby Bonilla
That's
gets
huge.
paid. What does he get paid?
I think it's like
Like $1 million?
Yeah,
A little over a
$1 million.
He's got a few years left.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I love that we
10 years left.
unraveled that he was actually like a phenomenal.
Yeah, he was decent. That's right. Well, that's funny you say that because I thought that was our first episode ever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really excited to come in and be like, dude, we've been doing it for a year. But I think it was episode 4 or something like that. So we've been doing it for more than a year. We did do our yearly celebration. So
do we have to do like when we get bigger, like yearly recaps of just like the best clips that we've had throughout the year?
No, that's a good idea. I think I should do that.
Oh yeah, Jessica's here, everybody. I know it's been 2 episodes.
Let's
Jessica's
go.
back in the building. But Abe had a couple good belly laughs last episode, Jessica. So I'm trying to.
We didn't timestamp.
Yeah, we need
It's
to
a problem.
find and timestamp. Or like,
Why did you have belly laughs?
Stuff was just funny.
I think he was talking about basketball in the first one and like the Pacers D on lockdown or something.
Yeah, and I just kept on going.
Just a couple of super
AOs.
pauses in a row.
Avery made himself belly laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Wasn't
Luke
it?
called him out, dude. He was like, but then like I wasn't doing them on purpose. They were just like
Careful.
happening, and I was like, oh my.
Yeah.
What's going on
I'm
here?
thinking a compilation of Abe laughs. Abe's got a good laugh.
Okay.
More improvements to the studio. Hopefully, you guys
It's coming
agree.
through on the camera for sure.
Yeah,
This is beautiful right now.
There's space for a third when Mike can make his way back, but table still the same setting, new chairs. Dude, mine's making noises actually.
You won't be able to hear him.
No, I know.
I was creaking.
I can feel it on my
I got
back though. It's like the metal.
It's like a popping.
inverted.
Stop doing that. Stop.
No, they can't hear it. Oh, I know, but it's just
I
when
can hear it.
It's when I lean back.
Lean back.
Yeah.
Lean
So we're back.
That was
It's episode 42.
Yes, Zersky.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
only
He's
right.
already on
Usually-
my shirt.
Yeah, usually it's a speed race.
So
Whoever can say
it's 42. So do you know, dude, I can name a bunch of 42s as well.
Really?
Yeah,
I
dude.
only had 2, so I was really happy I got 2. I only need 1. Abe's going to take the other. Let me give it a harder think. If
I
you
can
say it
name
that
so
way.
many.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's just name ours so that we
Okay.
can move on with that.
You go first. I'll give you one.
Well, I'll save you.
Okay.
I'll say Mariano Rivera.
Okay. That's a good one. I didn't have him. Actually, I do have him on my list.
Yeah. What do you do now?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to go.
I'm going to go Shohei Ohtani on Jackie Robinson Day. Just name every single baseball player
That doesn't count.
on Jackie
You
Robinson
actually
Day.
have more other than Jackie Robinson?
Oh, I got Elton Brand.
Oh, yeah. True. That's a
EB
good one.
42.
Jessica's going to have to take Elton Brand. Dude, this podcast episode is segueing like you've never seen. Elton Brand was drafted number 1 overall. Cooper Flagg being drafted number 1 overall this year put Duke into first place with 6.
Really? Kentucky's not in first? Was Kentucky holding the lead before this?
I could be making that up with
Yeah.
that kind of reaction.
No, I think
Jamie,
you're
can
right,
you look
but
that up?
yeah,
You
I'm
think
gonna
you can
find
name
it.
all 6 Duke players?
Kyrie Irving,
Yeah,
Elton Brand,
yeah,
Cooper Flagg,
yeah,
Zion Williamson.
yeah. Yeah, this is
What's the Jay Williams?
I don't know.
It might have been 2.
I don't remember. Let's
I
see.
remember.
Grant Hill?
Yeah, Grant Hill's got to be
You
one.
think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grant Hill and Jay Williams would be, I think, that would complete the
There was
6.
no one else like closer to our era.
I mean, there's JJ Redick, but he was a 4-year
No.
player and he didn't get drafted first.
don't
There's like a Jaleel Okafor or somebody from that 2015 class when they won.
Did I post it on the story?
I think I have it, but I'm a little nervous because it's AI.
Keep going, go for it. AI is, we can correct it. That's the thing about
we'll see
AI.
if we're
Aren't they
right.
supposed to be skimming the entire internet?
Yes, but it's
All
like
right.
you can correct them and they can learn
Oh,
from
really?
you.
They can give you
Well,
6?
you know how Google gives you AI now?
Yeah,
So that's what it popped up as.
Gemini.
So first of
Gemini.
all, yes, Duke University has the most number 1 overall NBA draft picks with 6, which is a record for any
I know
college.
ball.
The players are Art Heyman in 1963,
Doesn't count.
Fine.
Does
Happy
not
to be-
count.
Elton
Pre-Coach
Brown.
K.
So we got everyone else maybe.
Elton Brand
Yeah.
Yeah.
in 1999,
nice.
Kyrie Irving in
Kyrie
2011, Zion in 2019,
So not Grant Hill.
Paulo,
Oh, man.
wow.
PY.
2022.
We don't know ball. We don't know
yeah,
ball.
and then Cooper, obviously.
Yeah.
Damn. So,
What is he
Great.
doing?
Paolo?
Yeah.
Hooping up for the Magic right now? He's
Really?
doing very, very well, yeah.
Yeah, he's
I gotta
great.
watch more Magic.
Yeah, they're gonna be good this
He's
year.
an Italian brother. True
Yeah,
Italian
I know
brother.
he is.
Yeah, he is Italian. But no Jaleel. So who went first in that 16 or no, it would be 2015 draft class?
Carl Anthony Towns.
Let's see.
Jaleel Okafor. Who else?
And then it was Simmons.
Who else did I think about?
Yeah, sorry. Simmons was
later.
2016.
Yeah.
Followed
that's right.
by-
Tatum was obviously not
I bet we could
the
go
first round pick.
D'Angelo Russell is number 2.
Ooh,
Okay.
D'Lo. We're gonna talk
That
about
makes
D'Lo a
me
little
feel
bit
like I
later.
could get to 3. Who was after D'Lo? Josh Jackson was 4 from Kansas. No, that was the Fultz draft. That
No.
was 2017.
I'm already lost here.
All right, so it was that Sar was
So the
last year.
Sixers had number 3.
Oh, we're talking about number 1 overall picks
The Sixers had 3rd draft pick
in this
in
2015 draft,
2015 draft.
and that was Jaleel Okafor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it went from Carl Anthony Towns, then it was It was the Simmons Ingram draft, then it was the Fultz Lonzo Tatum draft.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to go the other way. Sar, who was the year of Cooper Flag, Sar, Cade Cunningham, I think in 2023.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, I believe so.
2022?
22.
That's where we're stuck here because I got, after Fultz was 17,
What are you stuck with?
this should be so easy.
Trying to get the number 1 overall pick by year. This is difficult for me.
Really? We have
I'm
15, 16, 17. We have 25 for, I'm pretty sure Cade Cunningham was 23. 22, Wemby.
Anthony Edwards is somewhere in there.
Anthony Edwards was probably 21.
He was number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, from Georgia.
Okay.
So we need 2020, 2019.
2020. Zion's somewhere in there.
Zion. Zion would have been 2019. 2019 Zion. And then thinking Kentucky players, no. The Luka draft.
Luka and Trae Young.
Yeah, that's who I remember.
Did they go 1 and 2? They didn't go 1 and 2 though.
No, they were 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And then they swapped.
So who went before them?
All right.
Dude,
I have it
revisionist
all.
history is so crazy.
Are we right with who we've said and we're just missing 2020 and 2018? Let's run it backwards forward
Yeah.
to see if we're right.
Where are you
Cooper
starting?
Flag.
Okay.
So
Alexander Sarr. Cade Cunningham. Who did we say before Cade?
I don't think you have it.
Oh, we did. Anthony Edwards. That was, Anthony Edwards, 2021. Who do we have 22?
we didn't have one. So
Oh, so Edwards was 22. Zion was 19.
I think we just missed a year.
Where did we say Edwards then?
We just called him out. We didn't say a year.
Then
That's the
he
thing.
was 22.
You guys are all over the place.
All right, give us the years.
All right. So Cooper Flag 2025.
Yeah.
Zachary Rishishar.
Rishishar, yeah.
Rishishar
Oh, Sarr went second?
2024.
Yeah, 2 French guys.
I thought
2023
Sarr
was
went first.
Victor Wembanyama.
Wemby, we should've
Oh,
got it.
we said Wemby.
I didn't
wrong
even say
year.
Wendy.
Yeah, we said Wemby 22 though.
You said right people all wrong.
You're wrong.
2022 was Paulo,
P5.
Oh my god, dude!
He
We
was
just talked
Paulo.
about him.
and then 2021 was Cade Cunningham.
And 2020.
2020 was Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
19 Zion. That was correct. Someone said that.
Mm-hmm.
2018 DeAndre Ayton.
Oh
Wow, wait,
that was
Ayton
not
won
going
one.
to pop up.
17 was Fultz.
Yeah.
16 Simmons.
Yeah.
And then
So we said all the names except for Ayton.
Yeah.
and then it's Towns, Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, Anthony Davis, Kyrie
Anthony
Irving.
Bennett.
Wow. And then Kyrie.
Oh, and then John Wall, Blake Griffin.
Wizzy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin.
Emeka Okafor. 2006, 8.
2006
UConn,
was
but-
Andre Bargnani.
Bargnani.
Yeah.
The Iguodala draft, Emeka Okafor went. Oh no. Yeah. No, he won Rookie of the Year. And I was pissed because Andre Iguodala should have.
I just love Emeka because he's
I
from
hate
UConn, but he's
Emeka,
not my
dude.
favorite player from UConn.
Dude, I hate Emeka Okafor. Such a weird person. to
Bobcats
hate.
boys.
All right. That was enough of an intro. Jessica, are you throwing us around the horn or whatever it's called? I went on the clock.
It's on the clock.
Okay.
Are you ready for your brains to be fried?
Mine's
but
already fried.
Before we do that, dude, for soccer, remember we did last time?
Yeah.
Instead of just Prem, we could probably do every team next time.
Okay.
And also, I saw these
It
people
does
do
depend on the question, though.
Well, this is a different game than
Oh.
what you're saying. When we do that,
Back and forth there.
we could do country and club. That would be cool.
Okay.
And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to find like Spanish Liverpool.
Got you. So one person would say.
Fernando Torres.
Yeah.
You want to just do club and country this time?
I'm starting on game.
All right. You want to be country or club first?
I'll do country first, and then you go. We'll go back and forth.
Okay, so I'm club.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Brazil.
Bayern. Robinho.
No, he didn't play for Bayern.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Rubinho?
Can you look up if Robinho ever played for Bayern, please, Jessica?
Rafinha Alcantara.
All right, I'll look it up.
Rafinha Alcantara. Rafinha Alcantara.
Yeah, but I got it first.
Rubinho did not play for Bayern.
Robinho.
They were like Inter, some Russian clubs.
Real Madrid.
Real, yeah. Rafinha Alcantara.
Wait, what? Robinho 100% played for Bayern Munich.
No, he did not.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking AC Milan.
Yeah,
All right,
he did play for
1-0 you.
Do you want to search up Rafinha Alcantara, or are you just going to let me have it?
I don't know who that is.
That's Thiago's brother.
He's Brazilian?
Yeah.
Oh, I know Rafinha. Yeah, he played for Barca?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He played for...
Yeah, he played for Bayern.
Okay. All right, I'll be country.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Dortmund.
Drew Bellingham. Let's go. All right, I'm club again.
Yeah, I'm country.
3, 2,
Wait.
1.
No. I gotta pick my country. This is
Yeah, but then you're thinking about it too much.
All right, here we go.
Players.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Netherlands.
Atletico. Oh shit. Atletico, Netherlands.
Depay.
Man,
Depay.
nice. That was sick. 2-1 you. We playing a 3?
Let's play 5.
All right, play 5.
I'm a team.
Yeah.
Right, I'm good.
3, 2, 1.
Liverpool.
Germany. Let's get say Balik. Germany, Liverpool.
Xabi Alonso.
Wow.
No, he's Spanish. Oh my god.
No defense. I was gonna say Gundo. No.
No good. No. German Liverpool.
Who's that old keeper? Klopp. Like I don't
No,
know
the coach. Yeah.
He never signed a German guy.
No, it is.
All right, I think
I got none. Yeah, I'm country now.
Okay, that's fine.
Did I get just what was I just country? No, I said
No,
I said Liverpool.
I said Germany.
I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
France.
Ajax. I don't know why I said Ajax. I take it back. 3, 2, 1. Chelsea.
Oh, I didn't have one.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm blowing it.
All right, I got one.
3, 2, 1.
Italy.
Liverpool.
Chiesa.
Nice. No, he played for Chelsea.
Chiesa. There's another Italian guy. I can't think of his name.
Really?
That played for Liverpool. I'm pretty sure he's on Liverpool now.
This segment's going south very quickly.
Or so we're just going to 3.
Yeah. How about you win 2-1?
All right, huge. I got smoke class pods. So.
Nice. All right, let's just get to the agenda. Did you want to go in order that we're looking at?
Hell yeah, I set it up that way.
All right.
I think that's the best way forward.
In that case, we open up with UFC 317.
Yes, I did play for Liverpool, so I did.
All right, so you won. Good. We open up with UFC 317. The final fight was, I think, by far and away the most intriguing.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira against Ilia Topuria.
Ilia Topuria stepping up in weight. He relinquished his featherweight title. He's moving up to the lightweights, and he gets the title shot his first fight.
Yeah, and he took care of business.
Oh my gosh, did he? In one round. It was so upsetting. I was pulling for Charles so hard in this battle. But yeah. Ilia Topuria, his whole interviews, like his whole thing is like, everybody's great, but like this is the new level. Like I'm just way different than all of these guys.
Yeah.
And he's just proven it in these last 3 fights.
He said multiple times going into it, I've already won. And it's like, I don't know. I guess people are going to say that. They're confident in their training, but he was, there were a few notes about how calm he was in the presser. And then he was like smiling walking into the ring. Because he was like, I'm not worried at all.
He partied before the fight. Like he had a party, like a pre-match party the night before in like a restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
That's how confident he was.
I mean, the first round folded him like a table.
Yeah.
Like knockout, bad knockout.
Right hand, left hand. He hit him with the right hand. He knocked him out, and they hit him with a left hand. He's already knocked out, fell to the ground, and then he hit 2 shots on the ground to finish him off.
Was that Herb?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. He was pretty
I don't know. Topuria was pretty quick, though.
Yeah, I felt like there was actually a quick hesitation there before the 2 hammers, but whatever.
It's a championship fight. You got to see.
I'm not blaming Topuria. You got to be in the mindset of like,
I'm a killer
to kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, Oliveira out for the count. Topuria now 3 fights in a row.
Knockouts against greats. Against greats. My favorite fight of all time, Max Holloway, sparked him. Volkanovski sparked him.
Yeah, bad.
Crazy run.
So is he going to go up in weight?
I mean, honestly, the fight that we want to see right now would be him versus Islam. But Islam moved up to 170. Topuria said coming into this fight night, he's probably weighing around 170, so he could go up. But he's a short guy, but he packs so much power.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous how much power he packs.
Under 155, 140,
145,
145
featherweight. That's what he just came up from.
Yeah. So how long before he's got to fight there again to hold that belt?
So he gave it up. You
completely. Can't hold 2 at a time.
You could, but you're going to hold up a division. Topuria wasn't for that. Also, he wants to stay at this weight for a while.
Oh, okay.
Because it's probably difficult for him to cut down to 145.
Back up.
No, and that's also a bad thing to do to your body to go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, but there's probably a weight because McGregor did it. People have done it, right?
Usually if they go up, they usually stay there.
Oh, so they just hold it for the time being. If they have 2, it's not like they're bouncing back and forth.
They're not defending belts in 2 different classes.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be lastly, but the last point we have here quickly, and the point that I was very interested in is Paddy the Baddie going face to face with him in the octagon.
He caught him out.
Yeah, apparently Dana didn't know that was happening.
He didn't love it. Yeah. I think that fight sells.
Yeah,
that fight sells crazy.
But doesn't Ilya just destroy Paddy?
Yeah, if what we saw happen to Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway, Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Topuria just looks different. I don't know if Paddy is ready for that smoke.
I mean, you know me, I love Paddy, but he just not. Yeah, like you said, I just don't think he's ready for that kind of fight.
But Paddy says a Scouser never gets knocked. We're Scousers, we don't get knocked out.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. It'll definitely be entertaining.
Oh, that will sell. If they put that in Spain, they put that in England. They'll probably put it in Spain where Topuria is from. But
yeah, did you see Sugar Sean?
No.
Oh, he was watching it and he was like jaw dropped when Oliveira
got knocked out.
Yeah, and he was with his team. He goes, "Thank God he didn't accept my call out because he was called out to Topuria." And then
it's a bad idea.
Yeah, and it was something along the lines like after he had won, he's getting interviewed and he calls out Topuria, and then he goes, "And you know what? If you don't take me to Spain," and he was going to call out like a second guy, and he goes, "Nah, fuck it, send me to Spain. I'm fighting that dude." And then he didn't, but Sugar Sean was happy about it.
He does not want that. So there's nobody in the world right now that you're more scared of than Ilya Topuria. I don't know who he fights next, but it's not looking good for him.
Well, I mean, Islam, I think, is one guy who wouldn't be necessarily fearful. He would feel like he could handle him because he's more of a defensive wrestler kind of guy anyway.
He's knocking people out now.
yeah, he is, and he can. But like that whole, where are they from? Kazakhstan?
Dagestan. Yeah, somewhere in Russia.
They're built to withstand, hard punches.
For sure. That's a fight. Like if Topuria versus Paddy is like a mega fight, this is like the next level super fight. This is like a Mayweather versus Pacquiao situation.
Well, I don't know if it's Mayweather Pacquiao.
I mean, these are like 2 top 3 pound for pound guys in UFC.
I'm sure, as far as like current level of greatness, yeah, they're like 1 and 2 in the UFC. But legend, I mean, that would be more like, I don't know, St. Pierre and what's his name? Why am I blanking on the Brazilian's name?
Pereira?
No.
The Spider.
Yeah, the Spider.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Anderson Silva.
Yeah. Like if that fight happened, that would be like Pacquiao, Mayweather.
I got you.
This one is better. Manny Pacquiao Mayweather. Was
these guys are they're both undefeated. Like there's some parallels there.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think Pacquiao was undefeated coming into that fight.
No,
but
he's like 49-1.
Yeah, he lost one, but he got sparked when he lost.
He did.
Dude, people thought he was. He got sparked so bad.
He fell forward like right on his face.
Yeah. He walked right into a punch. Crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts. All right, there was something else you wanted to. I don't know.
About there's another championship fight. In that. in that UFC 317, but it was the flyweight belt was on the line. Alexandre Pantoja, don't know much about him, but he's already defended this belt 3 times at this weight, and he defended it dominantly in this. He had a really, really great performance. He had a submission in round 3, so I just wanted to shout him out here because he's got 4 title defenses at that weight class.
He's the king of that weight class.
Yeah.
Right
so
now.
he's cooking up. He's got a resume, and he just keeps on taking names at this moment. And there's no like.
Do you know where he's from? Pantoja? Is that
Brazilian guy?
Really?
Yeah, Brazil guy.
Sure. Yeah, I guess that makes sense actually.
Yeah,
Kai Kara, France.
he's a New Zealand guy. He's down under. He's like got crazy hands, but he just was no match for Pantoja.
Yeah.
The whole match, he just dominated him.
Kai's a cool name. I like
Kai Francis. Yeah, he's a quick dude. Ninja out there. But yeah, that was UFC 317. There's a couple other fights that I thought were cool, but we don't need to mention them here. There's a couple upcoming guys that we'll see later down the line.
Anybody, that Rojas kid, is he actually good?
He's solid.
Is he in the UFC?
Yeah, he's still in the UFC. He was like the youngest guy in the UFC.
Yeah.
But Peyton Talbot, I don't know if you heard of him, but he's solid. He was on the card. He had a really good performance. Yeah. He's a dude that's got like a hole, like a blacked out circle in his stomach, and then it goes through his back. You ever seen that? Yeah,
I have,
dude.
because it was very weird. Yeah.
He's a strange guy, but he's sick. He's really
guys make for good fighters.
He's really, really young too, so he's going to be in the UFC for a while. He's one to watch for. But that's the UFC 13 wrap up.
So where are you taking us next?
To Austria. So we went from Vegas, and now we're going to Austria. The home Grand Prix of. It's a constructor.
Yeah, bro. That was crazy. What did you want me to say there? Holy shit. I don't know, Abe. Just tell me what the answer is.
Red Bull. So
okay. Red Bull's Austrian?
Yeah, Red Bull's an Austrian company.
Thank God I held that one in.
The circuit is called the Red Bull Ring.
Okay, who won? Fuck.
Who won?
Yeah, what
the
happened?
McClaren's.
Get us off this topic.
The McClaren's dominated this race, but Lando Norris, I think from bells to whistle, he led the whole race and ended up winning. His counterpart, his teammate Piastri, came in second, and then third and fourth Ferraris. Both of them had a really good weekend, but Leclerc in third, and then Hamilton
I think
in fourth.
were not that they were all that close, but there was a huge gap. I think Russell ended up coming in fifth.
Okay,
and he was like 25 seconds behind Hamilton.
Really,
so there's a big gap in the top 4.
Got you.
And towards Piastri and Norris came in 1 and 2, but towards the end they were lapping the last.
So there were almost a couple incidents, right?
Yeah. They were, and you're supposed to let it happen.
You're supposed to yield. Yeah, there's a blue flag for the drivers that are getting lapped. They're supposed to yield and let the drivers that are lapping them.
Yes, and it is tough, right? Like
they're still racing as well.
There's better times than others to do it, and a couple of guys crashed, so there weren't a full 20, but I think it was like 17th and 16th place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much it matters, probably 1 point on the line, but they're competitive. They're racing each other still while also needing to let.
And they're still learning the cars too.
Yeah. So I forget who it was exactly, but Lando had
an
passed.
Alpine.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I know it was Alpine.
Yeah. Norris passed, and then Piastri tried to. And honestly, it seemed like he's gonna get some penalty. I think. Like,
he is.
Not Piastri, the other guy, because he took him all the way off
into the grass.
Yeah, all the way. All 4 wheels were in the grass. And it was, I don't know that it was a perfect straightaway, but there was plenty of space to not need to get in his way.
Right.
But yeah, so it was borderline crash out, ended up getting right back on. I saw a post game, Leclerc, Piastri, and Norris, they were all watching it at the end.
Yeah.
And Piastri was like, look, here's where it happened. And it was so weird because I was like, you'd think you'd be like so frustrated. But then, I mean, I guess we've played in games before where you end up winning or succeeding to some extent. And it's like, you can talk.
It was just a minor event.
Yeah, you can talk about things that were kind of BS during the game. That balls and strikes, for example. That's a good example where I can't believe that dude didn't call that a strike. That was right down the middle. It's like, okay, we won 7-1. But I thought that was funny. Made it like a little bit more human. They were cracking up. He's like, that was crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, like you said, the McLarens were pretty close to each other, and that he definitely lost a lot of time in that event where he's driving on the grass. So he could have been a little bit more competitive.
Yeah. It was pretty close to the end. Like I think it was the final lap.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're right. He definitely lost some time, and Norris just kind of took off.
Gotcha. That was one of the events at the end of the race, but there was a couple events at the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
Starting the first off, Carlos Sainz, he's trying to go for the warm-up lap, and his car just won't go. All the cars are flying. They're like halfway down the circuit, and he finally gets his car to go. So he loops around the whole circuit, and then he's going to start from the pits, and then his car just catches on fire. Did you catch that one?
No, I didn't see that at all. I saw the crash with, I'm not going to spoil it, but.
So yeah, his car literally caught on fire in the pit lanes. His rear brakes, or the rear axle, completely caught on fire. They had to extinguish it, and then they brought the car to the garage. So he didn't even start the race.
Oh wow! No, I did not see that.
So that was an event.
Who's he racing for now?
Williams.
So
that was an eventful start to the race. But then when the race finally does start, you see. So the Red Bull Ring is kind of crazy. The first turn is an uphill turn, so it's so weird to get your braking right. And Kimi Antonelli, rookie driver on this track, he tries to make a right turn, and he's going too hot, and he crashes into Verstappen and takes him out of the race.
Of all people,
in the first corner. So there's 3 cars out in the first 20 seconds of the race,
and then I don't know if you noticed this. I was watching with Tony and my dad. I probably wouldn't even have thought of this, but the Red Bull driver who was still driving, Yuki,
yeah,
he came in second to last or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was watching, how is that possible? And Tony's like, Verstappen's the only one who can drive the car. Yeah. He's the only one who can drive it.
Yeah.
It's built for him.
Yeah.
And so no one else can use it. So it's if you had a controller, you're good at Call of Duty, but someone makes it, 20 sensitivity and flips the aim and shot button.
Yeah.
You don't know, you're going to suck really bad.
Yeah,
at least I would. I don't want to speak for you, but
that would be terrible.
Yeah.
And another caveat to that is the guy that where they swapped seats. So Liam Lawson, he took Yuki Tsunoda's seat in the Racing Bulls. Mm-hmm. He finished 6th place in this race.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's putting up numbers. I think he's got one less point than Yuki Tsunoda for the whole season so far. So the swap didn't really mean much so far.
They've been
for Red Bull,
great, right?
Yeah.
Next week,
yeah,
big race,
huge race. It's Silverstone in I don't think it's in London, but it's in somewhere in England. This is the home race. Honestly, did you know that most of the constructors are based out of England?
No.
So Mercedes is based out of England. The Williams are based there's a bunch of constructors are based out of England.
Not meaning where they're from, but where the headquarters are for the F1.
Yeah. For their where the team is based.
Yeah, that's probably because England's a great hub for world travel.
Oh, okay.
So it's in the middle. Well, there is no middle, I guess. It's a circle, but as far as
Europe
travel is concerned, it's easy to get to the States. You can even get all the way to Asia in 12 hours instead of
being on the continent of Europe.
Exactly,
that makes sense.
So anyway,
Silverstone.
I did not know that though.
Huge. I was going to save this for my 2-minute drill, but I'll put it in here now. But Lewis Hamilton's home race, obviously, he's British. He's podiumed there for 11 straight years.
Yeah, and I think he came in 2nd and 3rd, and that's it. So 9 of those were first place.
Yeah, and last year, obviously, he won. It was his first win in 3 years, and he's finished 4th place. So he's got a little bit of momentum. So maybe he can get on that podium.
I don't know how much there is of a learning curve for him in Ferrari, but it couldn't have been 0, right?
What do you mean?
It's a new car, new team. It's not, he was with Mercedes for how long? 10 years?
Something crazy like that. Yeah.
So I don't know. There's got to be something different. Even when you see Luka go to the Lakers, people are oh, he's going to learn the team. He's going to learn the rhythm. And there's still an expectation that he plays well. And in basketball, it's different because you're still shooting a basketball into a hoop. This is new car, new pit crew. By the way, the pit crew still is crazy. Every time I watch, no matter how much I watch
2.2 seconds,
I missed it.
It makes
it's
no
just
sense.
An extreme job. And at first I looked at her crazy. And the more I, get in, I'm like, you know what? That's pretty badass, actually.
Honestly, I'd be so scared to mess up. The margins are so small in that sport. You have to be on your game at all times.
Yeah. So I wanted to focus on the guy who's in the front. And
the jacks,
yeah. And because that's the timing sets everything going. And so I looked at him. And then it was done. And I was like, there's no way they just
give me a better angle.
Yeah, I completely missed everything because I took literally a second and a half to try to focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, Lewis Hamilton returns home. He races the great there every year. Last year it wasn't a great year for him to win, and he did. So he's gonna have his flag ready. I'm sure he does that extra lap with the
British flag.
Kingdom? No, British flag.
Yeah, England flag, I guess.
No,
it is a UK flag.
UK, right?
Yeah.
The blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Oh, live look at the standings. I was supposed to have them up. I
Yeah.
don't have them up. I know it's getting close between the two McClaren's, though. It's getting very, very close, especially with Lando winning that last race. So let's just pull this up. So 216 for Piastri, 201 for Lando. That's first and second. And then third place is Verstappen with 155. George Russell.
Is he in triple digits?
Yeah, he's at 146.
Wow. So he's within one race swing of Verstappen.
For sure. And then Leclerc rounds it out in fifth at 119.
Yeah, I guess it's higher than I thought Russell would have been, but I think that's pretty much how it's gone. It's exactly how it's gone.
Yeah, Mercedes having a really good year. Kimi Antonelli's got 63 points in his rookie season. They're doing pretty well in the post Hamilton era. It's not first place, but it's as well as you could ask for with the
Where are they
grade.
in the constructors?
Constructors, they're in third.
Okay.
So McLaren has 417 points.
Yeah.
Ferrari has 210, and then Mercedes has 209.
I mean, if you're Mercedes, you lose Hamilton and you're running a rookie and you're only 3 points behind where Hamilton went.
1 point.
1 point?
Yeah,
I thought you said 212.
No, 210 to 209. I might have said 212.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a close race for the second place, but McLaren is up in a way, the clear leaders.
Yeah. So I want to say F1's heating up, but I mean, McLaren's just dominating so well. But this is the part of the season where things get tight.
And it's so fun to see two teammates going for the driver's championship.
By the end, they're within one race too. So by the end, it's like, I know we're a team, but I mean, you got to want the gold.
And it's been pretty clean so far. We saw in Canada, Lando got a little too aggressive and crashed out of that race. So if he doesn't crash out of that race, it's a lot closer than what it is now. But still a few more races left of the season. So let's see what happens.
We will see indeed. I think that's all I have for F1. Go to golf.
Let's do it.
The Rocket Classic in Detroit.
Golf.
Dave, you told me you watched almost all of this, but it went on for so long.
Yeah.
After 5 playoff holes, I'm gonna let you tell the people who won.
Aldrich Podgeter, South African bloke, 20 years old.
I couldn't say his name, so I just wanted you to say it.
20 years old.
Yeah, that's nuts. I don't think that's normal in golf. I wish Mike was here to confirm.
Yeah, we need Mike.
I don't know how big of names were playing in this.
Mark Howe was in it.
Okay.
I can't say of anybody else.
Because I guess I'm thinking like young Rory, young Scheffler, young Fowler, even obviously Tiger. But he was winning like majors at this age. But I guess this isn't a huge tournament, so there's some 20-year-olds.
PGA Tour, man.
No, it's still great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I don't want to act like it's historic if it happens, once a year or so. Yeah. It's still great.
I mean, this guy turned pro at 18. He's been cooking up for some time now.
Yeah.
So.
The Rocket Classic Detroit, I can't imagine, Scheffler, Rahm, everybody's in there. Well, Rahm definitely wasn't. He's playing live. But yeah, that is crazy. You said 3 guys made it to a playoff.
Yeah,
right?
it was a three playoff trio for the playoffs. That was Chris Kirk, got that right, and Max Greyersman.
And they all went 5?
No, so Chris Kirk got knocked out after the second playoff hole. Okay. He had like a chippy to move on to the third round, but he just missed it. And one of them, so I believe, I want to say Podgeter and Greyersman played together for that last round on Sunday, and then Chris Kirk finished a little bit before them and was just waiting. Or vice versa for Greyersman. But one of the players was waiting around and had to, just chip and putt and hope the scores made it out to be so that it was a playoff.
Was it a dramatic finish, or after 5 holes it was eventually just like somebody birdied.
I can't even tell you because I had things to do. I had to drop out.
Yeah, that's right. But you said he won by 2 holes?
No. Well, he won by 2 strokes. Yeah, I did see that.
Oh, so maybe it was birdie bogey then.
Maybe.
And then it's all fell apart, obviously. Yeah. Almost before it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's all we had in golf, right?
That's it. That's all I got.
20-year-old South African won after 5 playoff holes, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He couldn't even make it all the way through. He had to go grocery shopping.
I was trying to focus. I was like, I can't do this. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Okay. In that case, should we go to NBA instead of NFL because there's a little bit more meat on the bone there, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll run us through some trades and you can decide what you want to talk about.
I'll do free agency. I just want to look at my phone to do the free agency.
The trades are way more boring than the free agency, but Michael Porter Jr. trades to the Nets for Cam Johnson and a 2032 first-round pick. I'm surprised that the Nuggets would want to move on from Porter, but maybe contract looming, they don't want to sign him.
Contract looming, he doesn't play any defense at all.
Well, I think it's a good trade.
And Cam Johnson's kind of the same player, maybe a little bit smaller, but he's a better defender and maybe a little bit less of a shooter, but he's still a really good player.
Yeah, and you get a first-round pick
out of it as well.
That's
yeah,
nice.
They need to make some moves. You saw the coaching change; they made permanent. Yeah. And so they're trying to get back to the NBA championship caliber team.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I hate the trade. I just was surprised to see that they wanted to move on from Michael Porter Jr. I could see him being a little cocky.
Yeah. He's going to put up 1 million shots in Brooklyn. He's going to put up 1 million. He's going to shoot 40% total and score 20 points a game.
He's either going to be the one.
It's the Brooklyn Nets. So I have no idea what they're doing.
All right, Colin Sexton traded to the Hornets for Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, just an interesting trade. I mean, Utah don't know what they're doing out there. They did draft Ace Bailey, so hopefully it looks up for them. But Sexton's he's a good player. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Hornets have all this young talent. They need vets is what they need. A backup point guard. I mean, you got LaMelo over there. I guess you always need a backup point guard. Maybe, I don't know. You think he'll start?
No,
I don't think so either. So, I mean, I think he could be a really, really good 6-man.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think so.
But I think he's a starting player in the NBA.
He's a hardworking player. He was great at Alabama. He was great as a rookie.
Yeah. Remember that clip of him at Alabama when they went down to 4 players and he was still hooping?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a dog.
I mean, really, Garland came in to Cleveland, right?
Yeah. That's the reason why he bounced out. Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. And then, Lonzo Ball traded to the Cavs. Speaking of the Cavs.
Yeah.
For Isaac Okoro.
I do like this pickup. A little bit of size. I don't know. I hope Lonzo's knees.
6-man, right?
Is he going to be 6-man?
He's not going to start, is what I mean.
I mean, you
Garland
could.
And Mitchell.
You could start him.
Where?
At the 3. I mean, he's 6'6", 6'7".
I mean, you could. I feel like he's best with the ball in his hand, though.
Yeah. I mean, maybe take Garland off the ball a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
And it gives you a little bit of size. I like Lonzo too. I just wish he was healthy.
I think he's a great 6-man. That's why I brought it up, especially for a team like the Cavs, because they have depth, but they're boring. Their bench players are not, going to be game changing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, someone to run that second unit it's always a plus.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he can get into that starting lineup though.
We'll
be honest with you.
We'll see. I just don't. I mean,
and adds a little bit of size to your team.
All NBA, and Garland, I think, clears him every day.
Yeah,
so, Unless you put all 3 of them somehow in the lineup, I'm with you there.
Yeah,
but I don't think they'll do that.
I mean, you could and then put Garland off the ball a little bit, let him rest, get his shots up, send him some screens. It could work. It could work. I mean, the coach down there is pretty good.
You'd have a 3 guarding the ball coming up with Lonzo on the other side.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess that's good. It could be interesting, actually. And then lastly, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say you got Jared Allen, you've got Evan Mobley, so they're solid.
They're
yeah,
that's true.
What do you mean by that?
True. Lastly, Boston trades Drew Holiday for Porzingis.
No, they traded
and Porzingis.
Yeah,
Holiday's going back to Portland.
Yeah, dude, he was pissed.
Yeah, because he already got out of there once.
Yeah.
And what injury is he coming off? An injury?
Drew Holiday, or I don't believe so.
So what's the deal?
They're just it's the Tatum injury. It's just they're trying to make moves to stay afloat.
Oh,
and contracts probably and money.
I guess because they can with Derek White and Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday and Porzingis. That's a real team.
I think they'd be very competitive, especially in the East.
And is Tatum going to be out for more than 12 months?
He'll be out this whole season.
Yeah, but if they make the playoffs, is he back?
I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it with an Achilles. I think he's out the whole season regardless, even if they made playoffs.
If an Achilles is an 8-month recovery.
I mean, the best case is 8 months.
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs, yeah. I guess the second round.
Right. So if it's a year long, he's got till the second round of next year.
I wouldn't play him in a high-stakes situation, especially when you can't.
If it's not 12 months? Jessica, can you look up how long an Achilles injury takes to recover for an athlete?
It depends. Like you saw, I think Cam Akers he came back. Like it depends on how bad the tear was. But an Achilles injury is just a nasty injury. You don't want to.
I'm not saying flirt with it, but if it's a 6-month return, then if I were the Celtics, I would say I'm waiting till the playoffs.
I still wouldn't play him in the playoffs.
Okay. What do we got? Anything?
Well, partial tear is 4 to 6, and then complete tear is 6 to 12 months.
So
he's cooked. He's cooked. Dame's cooked. It
involves all these stuff, like physical therapy, gradually increasing activity levels.
And this is a nasty injury. And especially with basketball, there's so much cutting. Like
isn't that the one where when you tear your Achilles, like it pops?
Oh yeah, it shoots up your calf.
Yep.
Well, somebody was talking about that. It was like a Paul George podcast thing. I don't know if it was Paul George. Oh no, it was KG, and he said they don't practice anymore, or they don't practice hard enough. So like the amount of jumping you do and the amount of cutting you do and all that, it's their bodies aren't used to it.
Yeah.
And you get to the playoffs and you're playing 100 games instead of just 82. You get to a point where it gives out. But he's like, if you're not jumping, like we were jumping all the time. We were jumping and touching the backboard. Yeah. Like we don't even have a ball in our hand yet.
I feel like it can go both ways though. Like if you can overexert yourself and then work your way into injuries.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some meeting in the middle of that.
That's definitely true. I just think from KG's
perspective,
not that I love what he said, but definitely being there, like putting your body through that, whatever it is always going to help when it happens again.
But I do think in the era that KG played, the game was a little bit less athletic. Like these guys are making crazy cuts all the time. Players are so much more athletic, faster, and for Halliburton, stronger.
His calf was strained already.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was giving everything to that Achilles because the calf muscle was cooked.
Right.
All right, I guess he's not playing next year in Celtics. I mean, we'll take Jaylen Brown. We can use Jaylen Brown.
And a lot of teams could.
We should have moved our pick
but he's also $170 million a year.
And there's going to be people who are going to pay him that. So, I mean, let's talk about it because Shea's getting 71.
Yeah. Average annual contract of $71.25 million. He just signed a 4-year, $285 million extension.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy that it's only 4 years. That's how you got to look at it because 2-8, we've seen 500. We've seen Ohtani 7. This is Ohtani territory.
Yeah.
And it's not even like NBA is disgusting.
I know. There's so much money.
I can't wait till we get some of these other ones. Jessica, I don't know if you've heard some of these contracts, but we'll get there in a sec.
But dude,
let's talk Shea real quick.
Yeah, Shea.
Is 4 years, is 5 years as long as you can sign someone in basketball?
I want to say yes.
Okay. Because I was surprised at how short. If this was baseball, he'd be getting a 15-year contract.
Yeah. Yeah. He would.
I'm not
for sure. Yeah, no. I know.
Well, maybe I am.
They'd pay him until he's not 45, and then they'd defer the payments. They'd pay him until he's like 70.
Yeah.
But yeah, NBA, I think the max that you can give is 5 years.
Okay. I guess that makes sense then.
But yeah, dude.
But one other thing,
I have to point this out. But if all went well and he went to the next summer as a free agent, he was eligible to receive a $380 million contract.
And let's just assume that would be 5 years.
Yes.
I'm
gonna do the math. Do the maths.
I'm going to do them.
Please.
380.
Because I love numbers, and this is just going to be a disgusting amount of money.
$76 million a year.
So, like, these guys are almost making $1 million per game.
He is.
I know, because he'll probably sit out like 6 games.
Yeah. Well, they're making $1 million more, way more, $1.5 million a week.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Shea. I say these guys. Really, that's just Shea. But there's some names here. Jabari Smith, for example.
I didn't even know he's been in the league this long.
Miles Turner. I like Miles Turner. Don't get me wrong.
I like Miles Turner too.
Jacob Podol.
Jakob.
Is he white?
Yeah, white guy.
Yeah.
Where do you go to school? BYU, Utah, somewhere out there on the West Coast.
Nas Reed, who I like Nas
the
too.
Bag.
I like
Sixth
Nas,
man of the year.
but he's a six man.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
We didn't even say these numbers yet.
No, but I will.
Okay.
Jaren, that's fine. Jaren Jackson's nice.
Yeah.
But all these guys are sitting around
I didn't even put that.
either 4 years, 105, or 5 years, 125.
Yeah,
they're making $25 million
on average
a year.
On average, yeah.
These guys, Jessica, are averaging like 13 and 7, 13.7 rebounds. They're getting $25 million a year contracts. Am I going crazy?
No, you're not.
Dude, Otto Porter's contract is what I wrote my senior thesis around that. If I was doing it now, I'd have even more leverage.
Isn't that just a good sports agent?
It's just a tell of the times.
They're all doing
sign
it.
of the times.
And you can't know how they're going to perform. It's like when you get drafted
imagine being AI right now. You're like, damn. I made like 8.
Imagine being any of you guys who played sports in college and they can make up to $20 million a year.
True.
Even $20 million in high school. It's crazy.
Yeah, in high school. Even like low D1, you still give you like, hey, I'll give you $20,000 a year to come play at JMU. No disrespect, but crazy. And lastly, Ave, I kind of ran through some of those free agents, but ultimately that's pretty much the story of the guys I named. 25 mil is crazy.
Yeah.
Some other free agents though. Dame Lillard.
Yeah. This news going in the opposite direction, but he was waived by the Milwaukee Bucks for them to make room for that Miles Turner signing.
So Giannis is on the way out.
Yeah. I
guess why sign Miles Turner, but
Brook Lopez went to the Clippers.
No, I mean, why would you sign Miles Turner for that big of a contract if you're going to let go of Giannis? But I guess it's not that big these days.
No, so. Yeah. They can still make a roster with that contract on it. Is Giannis a free agent or is he? No. Okay, so he's still under contract with the Bucks. They would have to trade him to make him move to a different destination.
Yeah.
He might not be happy with the Bucks, but the time
there's been trade rumors for a while now,
yeah.
And they just waived Dame. I can't see him being happy with that and being like,
he's not going to play next year. Dame's got an Achilles.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So they could be making room to. They just did
play somebody.
Yeah. They did just sign Miles Turner, but maybe they're trying to build that team.
No, you're right. I guess I was approaching that wrong. And yeah, that's tough then. You just cut him because he tore his Achilles?
Yeah, and pay him a lot of money.
Yeah. How long did he have? 1 or 2 more years? Do you know?
Dame or Giannis? I don't know. It's 113, so it's got to be 2. He's probably like 50 plus a year.
Wow, that's nuts. And then you kind of spoiled, I made you, but Brook Lopez to the Clippers?
Brook Lopez to the Clippers, yep.
That's a good addition.
Yeah, the Clippers are good.
Did they lose their big?
No, they got, no, it's not Jurkic. It's, what is his name?
Valanciunas?
No, not Valanciunas. It's a little bit shorter. Zubac, yeah. Zubac is good.
Yeah, he is.
He's like a double-double machine.
Yeah, there's a Pokemon called Zubat, and I always think of it when I see Zubac.
But yeah, they've got a nice little squad out there. If Kawhi is healthy, I've seen some reports saying he looks good this offseason. Like he's having a full offseason where he can just work and not rehab.
Good. It pisses me off because he never can play a full season. And he's a player that I would really, really like and admire. I love his game too. It's so easy. Like he doesn't waste any.
So fluid.
And he just always ends up injured at the wrong time. When he didn't, he wins finals MVP when he's not hurt.
Dude, I keep on seeing that LeBron clip of Kawhi checking in. Yeah. When Kawhi's like a nobody's like.
Yeah, it sucks being guarded by Kawhi.
The claw.
Presumably.
Yeah, the claw.
I have no idea.
But I hope he stays healthy. That'd be great for the Clippers and basketball.
Yeah, and then lastly, we got D'Lo to the Mavs. Yeah,
D'Lo to the Mavs. I think it was like a 2-year, 12 or 13 mil for D'Lo.
That's good.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
The Mavs, they got Cooper Flag, Kyrie's coming back.
He's going to be their 6th.
Did Kyrie have an Achilles or was it an ACL?
I don't know if it was either.
No, he was hurt.
Bad?
Yeah.
Can you look up the Kyrie Irving injury from this year, please?
Kyrie hopefully gets back at some point this season.
D'Lo's going to be six man.
Cooper Flag's going to. They got.
I think that's good because they got Klay Thompson. I mean, I don't know how much he has left in the tank. But
I mean, he's going to be open now.
Yeah, that's true. Just got to spot up and shoot
and run the floor.
Korver did it for a while.
Yeah.
What was the?
He's supposed to return in January.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
He had a torn ACL in his left knee.
ACL, yeah.
And it's this would be about 10 months post-surgery, and they say it's about 10 to 12 months.
Okay.
So he's right on target early.
So start of the new year, get Kyrie.
It's going to be fun. I know Alex is going to be excited to watch them. It is a fun starting lineup. Who's theirs?
They're like 4.
1, 2,
or 5.
4's AD.
Oh, they got the 2 big men.
Yeah.
They got Derek Lively and what's the other guy's name?
Gafford,
yeah.
Yeah.
So they solid squad. They need to stay healthy. That's another team that needs to stay healthy.
Gosh, yeah. And they probably won't, but but they need to. All right. Does that wrap it up? Did you want to talk about Jaren Jackson? 5 years?
3J, 5 years, 240. Clap it up. That's amazing.
Him,
yeah, he deserves it.
I have
been
something
great.
to know in the NBA.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, I was listening to Philadelphia sports, and it was just interesting. It is specific to the Sixers, but it's just interesting that there's a group of fans that are asking for Ben Simmons to come back to the team, and it was driving the people crazy on the radio.
What does that even mean? Like they're reaching out to
who's the girl that talks? Amy Fadul?
Sounds right.
She's actually good. She's one of our commentators. She has been doing it for a long time. And she sits on like Tuesday mornings and talks. And she was like so frustrated because she sits in like the room too, like when they're drafting. So she's like all involved all over. And I mean, she just said one comment. I was like, I don't understand how people even want him. And she was like, he does not want to play basketball anymore.
Yeah,
and that was it. That's all she kept
more
saying.
In New York, but I feel like
he's with the Clip Boys.
Oh, he's with the Clippers.
He was with the Clippers.
That's right. But he is playing more.
Like, I mean, he's a big body. He doesn't have the athleticism anymore, so like, there's not much to his game.
Like not that good anymore, too.
I hate to bring up a sore subject because I think he was good and had so much potential.
I'll die on that sword. He was so good. His rookie year, 16-8, very efficient. Shot a little bit. He got worse. He got worse and worse.
Progressively worse as they paid him more money.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it was 16-8 or 18-6, but then he had years like year 2 was either over 20 and like 8.
I don't think it's over 20.
Maybe not the second year. I think at some point, did he ever break 20? I don't know.
And with Embiid as well, I don't think he ever broke 20.
But he was such a great compliment to Embiid.
8 assists or something.
He was.
And first team all defense.
His first few years, his statistics, like it wasn't even like an eye test thing, like, oh, just trust me. I was happy with those statistics from a rookie, second year, third year guy. He never learned to shoot.
Yeah.
And then he's a pussy too. And you can't play in Philly like that.
No, you can't. And I was just going to say something. Oh, and in the playoffs, he did fade away.
Oh my God, that Atlanta series. Yeah. I mean, that was
the end of it.
I know it was a little bit of everybody, but him and Tobias, Tobias Harris.
Bad Tobias.
It was Tobias, Jimmy, Embiid, and
we had Tobias with Jimmy 1 year when Jimmy was here.
Well, didn't Jimmy lose the Atlanta series?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Jimmy was only here for like 6 months. He was here for like a short amount. He only did one playoff.
I think he lost the Raptors series then. So Jimmy wasn't in Atlanta. I thought we had 4 guys though. I thought there was like a foursome. But anyway, Simmons totally shit the bed against
Markelle Fultz.
Was it? I mean, he might have been on the team.
Yeah.
But, I did not know that though, Jessica, and I would happily keep the 3 guards we have now over Ben Simmons because he definitely won't come.
Dude, I've been seeing so many Edgecombe clips, and I love his story. Dude, it's like he's a dog.
He jumps through the roof.
Yeah,
man. It is unreal. Every time I see a new clip, I'm like, holy shit.
But he's still like 6'4".
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, that is an issue. Okay,
it's a mini size.
Let's wrap it up then for
the association. Yeah.
Why don't we just flip
it to the women's side?
W?
Yeah, the W.
Yeah. I mean, main story here. Well, actually, no. I didn't know about the second part.
It just announced today, yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
We're coming home.
But the hot story is that Caitlin Clark finishes 9th in player voting for the All-Star game, 4th by the media, and 1st by the fans.
But it broke a record by the fans.
Yeah.
Most votes ever for All-Star.
And my gut reaction was like, the fans are the only ones telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you want to believe the media is not biased. And I think there's there's maybe a guard or two that you could want to put in
I
front
mean,
of
Kelsey Blunt's been hooping. Skylar Diggs has been hooping, but the only thing. Oh, you keep going with your points.
I'm going to ask
yeah.
Jessica eventually to pull up the stats of the 9 women above her to just see like what the WNBA looks like, to see if there's legitimacy to her being 9th, which I already know there's not.
Mm-hmm.
But 4th, I know she got hurt. I know she had a cold. Well, she had like a cold 2-3 games. I think she was like 1 for 23 from 3,
but playing while hurt as well.
Yeah, and I mean she comes out of those games with like 18 and 10 still.
Yeah.
So I think she's averaging like 23, 8 and 5 if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know, maybe there's 2 or 3 guards could be ahead of her, and the media is right.
Yeah.
But ultimately, there's no way she's the 9th best guard in the league.
She's obviously better than the 9th best guard. The only thing is she's only played in half the games that her team's played because of injuries.
Yeah, I mean
it's such a short season as
in
well.
The NBA that wouldn't hold that much weight.
I think it would. If you played All-Star game is like
Trout's leading the league in MLB votes right now.
Is that's the only thing that
I guess
matters.
that's the fans though, which is in her case she is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. She's just so clear. Like it was. I
mean, she's in the All-Star game. She's going to play. It's just I think that's what went into the voting because she's only played half the games.
But that wasn't even the media. That was the other players.
That's true. There's definitely a little bit of haterade in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And
but 9th is crazy.
Was people were talking about the history, like, oh well, she only had 1 year, and now she's like doing okay. We can't just like auto put her in the All-Star game. And it's like, okay, yes, she doesn't have like LeBron legacy where it's like, okay, put him in the All-Star game
no matter what.
Although he deserved it every year he's in the league, so it's not like they ever had to, but I'm sure that happened here and there, maybe with like a Tim Duncan at the end of his career. I don't know. But my point being, she won Rookie of the Year last year. I think she was top 3 in MVP. Was she second after Asia Wilson?
I have no idea.
I think she was top 3 in MVP voting because there might have been Breanna Stewart in there too. But it's like her. I mean, yes. Again, her legacy is not built, but it's clearly a great player. She has the all-time most points in WNCAA women's basketball history. So it's like
in 4 years.
I know she played half the games, probably a little bit more than half. She's averaging. We'll look at her numbers in a second.
19, 8, and they put her turnovers out there. She does have a high amount of turnovers.
She turns the ball over.
Yeah, it's 5.9.
Whatever.
No, it's
my point is
still good.
We know she's a good player. It's not like it's a fluke out of nowhere. So
no, for sure.
People using that argument, I was like, okay.
They want her in the All-Star game. The WNBA needs her in the All-Star game for the ratings. She'll make the All-Star game. I think there is a bit of haterade going on there with the players voting her 9th. But again, availability.
9th guard.
Oh, yeah.
Not 9th overall.
Yeah.
9th guard.
Yeah.
Jessica, can you run through some statistics or?
I already told you, 18.9, 8.6, and 6. Oh.
That is correct.
They're probably
Some
not that
people
much better.
said that it
leading
was
assist.
due to her dip in shooting percentage and her high turnover rate, which is 5.9 per game.
Not good.
But
because her teammates can't catch the ball. It's not her fault.
So the people in front of her is Alicia Gray, Sabrina.
Yeah, I got her sneaks.
I can run their numbers, but
well, I'll do it. If
Skylar Diggins, Natasha Cloud, Paige Buchers. How old Paige?
Oh my God,
Becker. Sorry,
Beckers.
How old is she?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Kelsey
23?
Mitchell, Brittany Skies, and Kelsey Plum, and then that's 1 through 8. Because you kind of have to pull them individually. I did pull
Alicia Gray's 19, 5, 5, and 4.
Yeah, and Caitlin's 18 point what?
18.9.
Yeah.
And then 8 and 5.
So she's like 1 point higher than her.
Wait, 8-5 rebounds?
But this lady is not turning the ball over.
Oh, Alicia Gray.
Yeah.
Alicia Gray.
Let's see what Paige Buchers is doing.
Beckers.
I'm not a fan of her.
Sorry.
No, she's nasty.
18, 4, and 6.
Her team is garbage, though. Their side is so
turnovers. Now, Beckers is good.
Yeah.
Don't like her.
She's nice.
She sucks.
She's nice. UConn.
Yeah, she sucks.
It's interesting that it's the players voting, though.
Like, is that a thing in the NBA?
Yeah, that's part of it, I think. I think it's like there's like a system. It's like fan voting.
I don't want to say like an opinion piece on this, but I did hear a good point. So I think it was this morning when we heard, like, you think of, like, Bryce Harper.
I'm honestly
who,
starting to get convinced here. I think 9's still a little bit egregious, but she's clearly not 1.
Yeah, which is fine. So what would you put her as, like, top 5?
I can't do. Yeah, sure. 6.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't know the stats.
I don't know.
Yeah. She's not. She's one of the. She's top 3
But it's
guards
also like
in
a
the game.
respect thing. I don't know. All-star.
But that's what I'm saying.
guess
It's the
not.
players voting. So it's not like the media would be, I would assume the media would be the most accurate, like you said. It has to
I
be,
hope
right?
so.
It
media
should be
sucks for
based on
voting.
whatever.
Yeah.
Fan
The
voting
fans are a little bit crazy. Yeah,
The
fan
media
voting's a little
seems to be
crazy.
the most accurate here, but we'll.
What's
it's
the
like-
media
I
shoes
know the
for,
stats
right?
Fourth,
Yeah, that
yeah.
sounds correct then. But I feel like what
Yeah,
I
turnovers
heard
are
this
pretty
morning
bad.
was like, you think of like Bryce Harper, they said. Bryce Harper was one of those like really good out of, well, he didn't go to college, but one of those like highly anticipated players. By the way, that's super hard to do, to be that good and then go, okay, everyone's all eyes on me and then succeed. That's boys, though. And this is where my opinions come in. I don't know. Like, girls, I feel like naturally
Yeah, but
are
Cole
petty.
Hamels hit Bryce Harper in his debut game, something like that, to be like, hey, welcome to the
Rook.
league.
Again, it's just different ways that boys go about it. They
Well,
would
no, I
say,
know, but
hey,
we're
I'm going to rank
complaining-
you in the top 4, but I'm also going to put you in your place a little bit. Maybe.
I mean, they're not going to do voting like that for guys.
I'm just saying, as a
but-
comparison.
But he hit him. I mean, it's not like they did it for years. Like Bryce Harper was, none of the players hated him, but the media was tough against him when he was young.
Mhm.
But Cole Hamels hit him right in the rib.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, the players are like, great. Like, here's, and I think they think of it like, all right, great. Like, we'll just be better than you. Like, that's how I would like this WNBA
I
to
understand what
be.
you're saying, but I keep saying Cole Hamels hit him on purpose, which is what we're.
I know.
So
I
that's
don't. I
not-
don't think that. Again, if we were doing comparisons, Caitlin Clark's being mopped around the floor.
Correct.
I'm just saying this is not that's like one and done. This is like there's clearly
Yes,
people don't
that
like
is the
her,
difference. that I
and
was trying to
whatever
draw is
reason
that
why.
you
Maybe
got
she's
hit.
annoying. We don't know her.
No,
never know.
it's because they're mad that she's better than all of them.
Exactly to my point. That's not being really good athletes, is it?
Okay, enough Caitlin Clark. Abe, you have cool WNBA news.
Dude, they're growing. They're growing. There was a few expansion teams confirmed, announced today. So we've got Cleveland coming into league in 28, Detroit in 2029. We got some hometown hoops. There's going to be a Philadelphia W team, and that'll be starting in 2030.
Do any of these teams have names yet?
I don't believe so. We can put in some votes for some naming things.
We're gonna have to get in on that.
Yes, 100%. Toronto and Portland were already set to come in next year, so 2026. And then there's one additional team in Golden State, the Valkyries, that are playing their first year right now.
They're called Golden State.
Valkyries, yeah.
Are they in Oakland as well?
Yep, they're playing in the same. I think they're in the same arena as the Warriors.
Is that common?
I don't know.
Might as well.
I
As
mean,
long as
you're
they can
using the
schedule
space,
it well.
yeah. I mean, they play in the summertime as well, so if you're
Oh,
as long as
true.
you're not in the playoffs, you're
Yeah.
pretty much good.
I mean, they rent those buildings out for other events, so why not?
Yeah. I mean, there's
WNBA.
concerts, there's a bunch of things going on. And also, so with these additions, there will be 18 teams in the WNBA in 2030. So moving from 12 to 18, or I guess they're at 13 now. 13 to 18 in the next 5 or so years, which is it's pretty cool to see them growing.
Yeah, it is cool. I don't. It's very cool. I'm actually happy. I think it's great. They're gonna have to, which is happening. They are getting better, but we're gonna need some more Caitlin Clarks because, like the I'm being honest.
No, yeah.
The league is
It has
already
to
thin,
Yeah.
right? And you
You can't just spread the talent out like
but
that.
the bigger we
Yeah.
get, the less talent.
The
to be
pool's got to get
distributed.
better.
So I'm all for it. I
Yeah.
like the expansion. But you know,
There's got to be
At some
some
point-
up and comers. So
the NBA is going to be like, okay, figure it out on your own.
I think it was the WNBA commissioner, and she was very, very excited about the progress in youth sports and the development of players nowadays. So they think in the pipeline there's a few special talents out there, which could be true.
Yeah.
That'll bring a lot more excitement to the game and hopefully more viewers, and so that they can all make more money at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I mean, social media is helping too, right? Because even when, Kelsey Plum's not old, but like Maya Moore and the classic NBA or WNBA players were coming up and they were great. We saw it on TV if you watched it, right?
Mhm.
Like those great Tennessee teams and obviously UConn. But now it's all over Instagram. And so it's just going to motivate young girls to want to come play more. So I'm sure there will be more talent. We've seen it already. But I think that's, just being honest, that's going to be key here. You add all these teams.
Yeah, I mean,
it's already tough to watch sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it is a business. They're not going to expand if they're not doing well, and they don't foresee the future of it not going well. So I think this is just the next step in that evolution.
Yeah. I mean, they feel right now, I'm sure, like they have a pretty endless wallet. So, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
All right. Wrap it up with some soccer and a couple of
Soccer,
things.
Wimbledon's going on.
These will both be quick.
Let's do a little bit of FIFA World Cup action. So we had the Oil Bowl, two oil clubs going at it in Al Hilal versus Man City. Dude, there's so many jokes on Twitter. It was amazing. I'll have to send you some. But it was a crazy comeback, I believe. I didn't watch the game. I watched a little bit of the highlights. But Al Hilal stuns Man City and takes them out 4-3. There were like 2 or 3 goals scored in extra time. And Al Hilal.
Ronaldo scored? Did he play?
Ronaldo.
Oh, is that that's
Neymar's old team. Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe, do you know the
I don't know. I asked that. Sorry, I should have known, but Ronaldo was all hype about the win because
it's the Saudi league.
Yeah,
he's promoting. Yeah, he's promoting. It's like we have high level players playing here. I believe the coach. Do you remember the coach from Inter Milan? I believe he's the coach of Al Hilal now.
Inter Milan from when?
From last season. So the Champions League final. That coach, I believe, is Al Hilal's head coach.
So they're even throwing money around.
Yeah, for coaches for sure. But Al Hilal, they upset Man City. Rodri, that's I believe his first game back, and he looked excellent out there. But he might have got subbed off later, and they didn't pull through.
Wow, are they're kicked out? Right?
They're done. That was the knockout rounds. Yeah.
And same with this then.
Yeah.
So Miami's out.
Inter Miami versus PSG is David versus Goliath.
Yeah, it was exciting while it lasted. They beat Porto, which was cool. But PSG handled them. I mean, the same way they did Inter. They're just playing really well right now.
And 4 goals in the first half, and they didn't score the second half. They're just kind of seeing the game out.
Sure.
They just dominated an MLS team. I mean, we thought that would happen.
Yeah, I mean, what did you expect? They just won the Champions League, and now they're playing a few Americans and some washed
Europeans, and they played their best lineup this game too. They played basically the whole
playing their best lineups. Like that's
they started everybody from the Champions League final besides Dembele, and then Dembele subbed on.
Oh, I thought maybe he was nursing an injury or something.
No,
I didn't see him playing in the beginning.
He might have been, but he's playing in the knockout stages, and he was available, and he played in this last match.
So tell me about this last bit.
Yeah. This was just a funny thing that I saw on social media. But after the game, obviously Messi played for PSG, and I think Dembele played at Barcelona with Messi, and that's like one of his idols. So they're really, really close friends. And after the game, there's just pictures on social media of Ousmane Dembele just like uploading the jerseys that he got from the game. So he ended up with Luis Suarez, Jordi Alba's, and Leo Messi's jerseys. All of them played at Barcelona together. But the Messi snapshot was hilarious because he's got Messi's jersey, Messi's shorts, and Messi's boots. Like he's got his cleats from the game. He's his whole.
I wonder if he did that happen on the field?
No, it didn't happen on the field.
Okay.
I think it happened next year.
I mean, soccer players. I mean, they'll take their pants off.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Dude, it's weird though because I swear I saw.
Damn, he didn't give any love to the rest of the PSG team.
Dude, I there's a clip that Hakimi has Messi's jersey as well. So I don't know if Messi's got multiple. Maybe.
Yeah. Still though, I mean, I'm sure everybody. Fine, you can get Messi. I'll go grab Suarez. Nah, I'm gonna take him too. That's I mean, Dembele knows all 3 of those guys, obviously,
right?
But
from his time at Barca. But yeah, it was just a funny little thing that went around on social media, and everybody's like, "Damn, what did Messi walk out of the stadium with?"
Yeah, I wonder if he even had a jersey.
I think he got Dembele.
Imagine Messi just like, that's all right. Okay, I don't know about Wimbledon, Abe.
Yeah, it's just starting up, so the first round's happening as we speak. Well, I guess not as we speak because it's nighttime here, so it's definitely past the bedtime in England. But there's some shockers that have gone on so far. So there's Coco Gauff, who just came off winning the French Open, huge win, her second major title, and she loses in the first round at Wimbledon.
Oof.
So a very, very rough start for the Americans.
You know who she played?
No,
Probably
that's the problem.
Unranked, right?
Yeah, an unranked player. She just went down. You know, anybody can win on any given day.
Mm-hmm.
This level of sport. There's another American. A little bit of controversy happened in this match, but they were headed to the fifth set, and there's a curfew at Wimbledon, and the American guy who's in this match, he wanted to continue on, but his opponent was like, "No, we gotta stop. We gotta wait until the next day." So Wimbledon followed the rules and said, "We're gonna stop this match and then start it up first thing tomorrow, the next day." And there's a little bit of controversy there, but Taylor Fritz, the American, persevered and went on to win the match the next day.
Wow,
that was a cool thing that happened. Did you see this Medvedev thing?
No.
So Medvedev's a ranked player. And I don't know why this message came about in French, but it did. He's a Russian guy, but he
said it in French, though?
Yeah, he said this message in French during the match. So he's a ranked guy. He's very well known. He's won a few titles, and he's playing an unranked guy. It's the first round, and he's just losing to him. And he's just like, "Wow, how am I losing to this guy? Like, I'm so much better than him."
Mm-hmm.
But this quote that he said during the match in French, he says, he's saying this about his opponent. He's like, "Why not play like this every day? Win millions, be rich?" Because like he's just
he
like
wasn't supposed to beat him.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
that's funny.
And it's just a hilarious moment. But he ended up losing the match.
Yeah, wow.
To some guy.
Gave him good advice. You should play like that all the time.
Yeah, it was great.
Medvedev's good.
He's really good.
I don't know if he's still good.
I think he's still relatively young as well. So there's a lot more tennis for him.
I thought he was old.
Yeah.
You thought he wasn't.
It's probably like 26, 27, I think. Maybe younger.
Yeah, I think last time I said like 30, 31. I think you were closer.
Okay.
We'll never know.
Let us know in the comments.
Well, that just about wraps it up, except for 2-minute drills, Ave. So I don't have one yet. If either of you want to kick it off,
I'll go. I have a good one. I know a lot of people are going to be happy around the world. But ever since 2010, we have not had this video game on our consoles. But I believe either next year or the year after, NCAA basketball, EA Sports, is coming back. The franchise has decided it's time. They saw the success of the football franchise coming back, so now they're bringing back the basketball game, and it's just about time. I'm very
going to be playing it?
Yes, yes, I am.
I don't think I'll be joining
by UConn Huskies.
Yeah, you're going to make Avery Nikon, and you're going to play for the Huskies.
Road to glory, yeah.
Point guard.
I have to. It's basketball heritage.
Yes. Do you get to play in high school in that? Like get recruited type thing?
I don't think so, but in 2K, there's definitely been a mode where you did play in high school.
So you just play 4 years and then start again? Is that pretty much how it goes? Or like ideally you get drafted at I always pick after freshman year.
I always pick the players that like I'd play as like Blake Griffin in 2010, or I'd play as Kyle Singler, JJ Redick in back in the day for Duke. Like I always picked the team that I knew the players, and I would just run through the season with them.
Got you. Jessica, do you have a 2-minute drill?
Jake Paul is now ranked as a boxer by the World Boxing Association, and therefore is now eligible to finally compete for a world title.
Wow, very true.
If he wants to.
Good for him, honestly.
Do that.
He got ranked.
I mean, I talk shit about him a ton, but hats off.
He's the 14th best cruiserweight boxer in the world right now.
That's crazy. He just beat Chavez Jr., but he's been retired sort of for on and off.
I'm excited if this is
I still
a thing.
am confused if he's good.
Well, exactly. I'm excited if this is a thing so he can maybe start boxing. I don't know, just more legitimate.
Well, yeah. He'll fight maybe the 13th or 12th ranked guy.
Yeah, just like guys that aren't retired.
Yeah.
I not that I want to see him lose, but I just want to see him be like a real boxer athlete, man.
Totally agree.
Like, I think
I
he's
don't
great.
care if he wins or loses. I just want to see him fight somebody that I can be sure
this is
not only is good, but is trying to win. Like every time I'm seeing him fight, I'm like, okay, but there's so much money involved here, and your career's already done. It doesn't matter if you lose. Are you getting an extra $2 million if you lose? I don't know. I can never tell. So
yeah,
but
from
yeah,
all
that's
my all my
Yeah,
boxing.
it's legit ranked. Yeah, by a boxing sanctioned organization. He's Number 14 in the world.
Good for
Yeah.
him.
I was just going to say all my boxing and UFC people who watch, who know what they're talking about, have said from the beginning that he's legit, at least as a fighter.
Well, yeah, they said he hits hard. Like he swings well.
Like,
I
it's
remember
not,
Rogan
yeah, like
said
that was right in the beginning, like when it was like, who is this kid? And it's like, well, he actually moves really well.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
He fights better than his brother, that's for sure. I think KSI still wants to fight him. KSI would get destroyed by Jake Paul. Like him and Logan fighting was fun, and they were the best two YouTubers for sure. I mean, other than I guess boxing YouTubers. But at this point, Jake has taken it way too seriously for way too long. He was going to destroy KSI if they ever fight. I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, for this one.
All right, my 2-minute
No
drill
comment.
before we wrap up. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the above. Spotify, YouTube. Yeah, we're on Twitter now, apparently. Go to the Instagram. A lot of news there. My 2-minute drill, nice and quick. We talked about SGA's contract earlier, $71.3 million a year. A handful of historic contracts here. The top 5 across the MLB, NBA, NFL, and NHL. Number 2, Shohei Ohtani, $70 million. I'm pretty sure Juan Soto should be on this, but he's not.
Might be outdated a little bit.
That was 10 hours.
Oh, my God.
Number 3,
I forgot about him.
our one and only Joel Embiid, 64.3. Jason Tatum, 62.8. Steph Curry, 62.6. So basketball has 4 of these guys in the top 5.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani. I mean, I'm pretty sure Soto is.
He's got to be.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought. Oh, I think because it was 700, but it was 12,
Over amount
12
of
or
the years.
13.
So just on average annual value.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there's your top 5. 4 basketball, 1 baseball. Pretty insane.
The baseball is all guaranteed, which is
Oh, that's a reading
ridiculous.
from the Book of Truth. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that goes straight to their pockets.
Anyway, there goes episode 42. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and sharing the bands. We'll see you next time. See you.
Yes.